Back here in Brooklyn, it's a happy recap for the Terriers. I'm joined by the two players of the game, Taris, Pittman, Lauren Montgomery. Lauren, let's start with you. First two sets, it seemed like everything was just dropping for you. What has changed for you over the last few weeks, and what can you contribute to your success?
Well, we're coming off a tough loss, and I kind of wanted to just prove that we're better than what we have been playing in the past, and we kind of used that as motivation to do better today and show teams what we can actually do.
When you guys actually see that you're defending very well, I'm sure it gives you a lot of confidence, but what goes into that work in practice just to make sure that you guys are successful defensively?
I mean, we all have to want it. Every ball, you can't give up on any single ball, and so we go for it in practice at every single ball. We don't let anything drop in practice. It's crazy. Sometimes we say to our defense, come on, let's let the ball drop, because they go at it so hard in practice.
It seemed like you and Taris were the 1-2 punch today. What can you say about Taris's performance today?
She's always amazing. I love when she's running the slide. We ran the 5-1 today, which gave her the opportunity to do what she does best, which is hit the slide, and I think she really killed it.
Well, let's go over to the amazing Taris. And when you do have that 5-1, though, how much confidence does that give you?
It gives me a lot of confidence. I feel like I have more opportunity to get a good swing on the ball, and I can see the court better, and I just get to play with the other team, which I think is really fun. So,
what has been the points of emphasis in practice over the last few days, and what would you say about the way you guys responded?
I think the emphasis in practice the last few days is just our mentality, changing our mentality. We have every single thing that we need to win games and win this conference, and I just think that all we needed was to flip a switch in our mentality, and that's all we have to do to win out.
All right, well, thank you both for the time. That's Lauren Montgomery, Taris Pittman, Amable Martinez when we come back. Back here on the Terrier Sports Network, I'm joined by Amable Martinez. Third time this year you win in straight sets. Everything was working for you guys in the first two sets, not to downplay the third set. But what did you just see in your team, to the way that they responded after the loss to LIU?
I think they came in hungry. I think our defense was pretty solid today. We had great contribution. We switched it up a little bit. We threw in a couple of different players that haven't been in the court. And defensively, they stepped up. I mean, I think we have four players with 9 digs and another one with 10. That made our job a lot easier. I think we frustrated them a little bit and able to get a bunch of blocks. So I think our defense was the key factor today.
You know, it's funny. You guys aren't adding players to the roster, but it just seems with your depth, you are adding players to the roster. You saw Danae a few week ago. You bring in both Spiewikes today. You're just getting contributions all over the place. So I'm just curious what goes into, working with those players that weren't, getting the prominent minutes.
I mean, for us, it's just, we have to be deep. We have to use our depth. I mean, we have a big roster for a reason. We had some injuries, so it gives them that experience. So when they're needed at any time, I feel comfortable throwing them in there, and they're going to get the job done. And that's what they did today. Genesis and Angie stepped up today, and they each gave us, 9 digs, and I think a couple of them gave us an ace or 2. That's big for us.
Were there any cheat codes with Lauren Montgomery? I mean, she just seemed like she was playing a video game those first two sets.
She just played with confidence. That's the part that we've been working with her on, is just making sure that she plays with the confidence. She has the athletic ability to do whatever she wants on the court. Just her having the confidence to do it, and I think she did that today.
I know with you it's more actions than words, but I'm sure for this team going forward, it's probably a one game at a time mentality as opposed to big picture. But how do you just keep them grounded?
I mean, that's our focus. We're trying not to look ahead. We're trying to focus on the one game at a time. Today we just focus on St. Francis. We're not worrying about Robert Morris. Now we shift our mind towards them and our efforts towards them. But I know that they're the team to beat right now, and we're gonna focus and trying to do whatever we can to put up a good fight and hopefully sneak one out.
Well, you're one step there. That's Amable Martinez. Thank you so much for the time. We'll be back to wrap it up in a moment.